Hello everybody, my name is Pravus and welcome back to more Hearts of Iron 4 Old World Blues, Monsters in the East, playing as the Texan Brotherhood. Lost the Alamo chapter, we're making up for it by doing some little conquest and consolidation of Eastern Texas, which is good for me, working on the next one down here in the Gator's Maw. Is there any other decisions we ought to be taking right about now? I mean, I keep checking this because I see that there are options for my, decisions, it's just none of them seem like they're that extraordinary right now. We could spend a lot of political power to reduce the autonomy of the tube heads, I suppose, and go for an annexation of them. What exactly do they have? 7 civilian factories? I mean, annexing the tube heads is pretty decent. I wouldn't mind doing that. That said, it's going to take a little while in order to just turn them into a colony, so not sure we're really going to get that opportunity, shy of spending a lot of political power on it. We are currently subsidizing them, which is supposed to reduce their, which is supposed to reduce things for them a little bit. What is this? We are spending significantly more caps than we are earning. Oh, well, it's a good thing I got 21,000 caps, but I'm thinking the extra resistance and stuff might be leading to me losing a lot of caps, suppressing them. Is that actually something that's shown here? It doesn't say. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, though. Or, because we have extra divisions... No. I know the more troops you have, the more bottle caps you have to have in order to pay the maintenance of your armies. So I'm wondering if that ties into my garrisons for occupied territory or not. I really don't know. These are the kind of questions I probably should ask the devs, right? Yeah, probably. Let's see, we can go for some early defense. I don't have the crowd gear anymore. Laser pistols and stuff, this is all way too far ahead of time. Pioneer kits, don't need these yet either. Could start working on some support, and I think that's a good idea. Since we're not fighting other Brotherhoods yet, I don't think the anti-tank rifles are crucial, whereas I do think that getting things like dynamite becomes pretty good. So we'll go ahead and start researching some of that. And maybe we want to start getting things like the healing powder to preserve manpower. It is definitely good in this mod pack just because preserving your manpower is really key to success in so many ways. That said, we could also upgrade, let's say, our motorcycles. So let's go ahead and do that. I'd like to make sure that our hardware is getting properly upgraded in between wars. And as long as we have our chem powders, whatever they are, during wars, we're okay. So I don't need it yet, basically. Actually, I wonder... No, you know, I bet you one of the reasons we're having a lot of trouble with our caps and stuff all of a sudden is the fact that we lost a lot for lifting the tax on luxury goods. So we're paying for this extra construction speed at least a little bit. Not that it's a big deal. I think we're ultimately okay. But yeah. We could tax these guys and add on some autonomy. That's all fine. But I don't know. I'd like to annex the tube heads properly, if at all possible. One thing we should do is go ahead and get ourselves some spies, and I'm going to go ahead and create the Circle of Steel. It only takes 3 civilian factories. We actually have enough to go around all of a sudden, so I think we might as well do that. And maybe we'll build up a couple more civilian factories over there, and then we'll get some more military factories here, and over here, and here, and there you go. No, not in the tube heads. We don't care about the tube heads that much. There we go. Okay. So this will be fine. Just go ahead and keep ramping up our production. A couple more military factories. A few more civilian factories so we keep up. That's all good. Bone Dancers are doing their thing. Hello! You guys are still led by Cranium. Ah, the Bone Dancers. The one that got away. The campaign that I did where I failed horribly. Yes, I remember them. They were fun. They actually had a lot of potential. I think that some of the devs, one of the devs who had been working on it actually had messaged, either it was a comment on YouTube or it was a message via email or something like that, where he's like, it was actually really interesting seeing that path. Not a lot of people take it, so now I see some areas that needed to be rebalanced. I'm not even sure that's true that it needed to be rebalanced. It might be that I just screwed up. I am A-okay with that as a potential option, but hey, you know, if you want to acknowledge that maybe I didn't screw up, I'm okay with that too. Let's see. Do we have any options on the left? Still no. It looks like Hand Warband is not going down a focus tree that I would need them to in order to actually work on something. And they're not even a part of the economic union, so yeah, they'd have to have their own... I wonder if they have a new national focus tree, actually. We should check that in a second. Do we want to go for a bonus for weapons? Population factor? Organization loss? Or doctrinal thoughts. For now, doctrinal thoughts, because we're going to need that in order to do some of these other options further down the tree. But I'd like to get the land doctrine bonuses. We don't need anything else yet. Down over here, let's continue working on the unit tactics. Exploiting doesn't seem like that great of an idea. Okay. And then we wanted to take a look at these guys and see. Does this look like a new national focus tree? No, it actually looks the same. This, yes, victory for the greater good. The Hand Warband has made their move. I think they've decided to go down this route. Okay, so they're going down like an autocracy tree? So do you have the option to even rekindle? Our former economic union. I'm not seeing anything here that suggests that's the case. Looks to me like they start becoming a bit more like the Caesar's Legion, just a little bit. Yeah. No, I don't think they do. I don't think they do. I'm pretty sure they would have to go down this route for rekindle the economic union. Which I don't think they can do because Lone Star lost. I wish I could see exactly what they were doing. I wish I knew enough about them that I could actually see exactly which path they were going down, because that gives me some clues as to what I can and cannot do in the future. Alright, we're going to go ahead and declare war on these guys as well, and just say go. I don't even think these guys have any troops, so it should really be as fast as just like getting in there and grabbing these points and we're done. Should be. Let's find out. Of course, that's just more territory that I'm going to have some resistance to occupation. It's going to cost me a little bit, but I think it's okay. Go get them, motorized! Gosh, this all-powerful whoever you are. Yeah, Sobek the Powerful. Turns out not so powerful. Instant death. Thank you for the guns. Hello? Is this war still technically going on? Texan Brotherhood Aggression War. There we go. Okay, I was going to say, what the heck happened there? Just so happened we were at the beginning of a previous day. Alright, all these states are mine now. Thank you. Now what? Well, we have an option to reach out to the patrolmen in the future. They're a tribal nation. They're mercenaries. No idea if we'll be able to make friends with them or if we have to kill them in the future. To be safe, let's get some troops in position in case I want to kill them. Also, let's get some troops over by... I don't know, the Hand Warbands, just in case. I don't think I'm that worried about the Alamo chapter. If I recall, they didn't have any option to declare war on me. They have to fabricate a claim the old-fashioned way, I think. Though I could very well be wrong. Could very, very well be wrong. Let's see. Still looking at a pretty big deficit as far as our current caps, but doesn't matter that much because I have enough. This is per quarter, and I have 21,000, so we can last for many, many years. The Circle of Steel Agency has been created. Okay, that's fun. So we should probably start getting some spies. Oh my god, it costs a ton of bottle caps in order to have anything. Ah, you can't go for spies unless you got lots of bottle caps. Alright, so it turns out this is more or less useless. We're only going to get to have one very weak spy. Okay, so be it. That's just what it's going to be. Let's see, is there anything else here I want? The Army Logistics is tempting. Major businesses, power armor. Cheap weapons manufacturing, oh no, arms, nah. Medical technology research speed is temporarily good. Stability from the Golden Gecko? Robots, no. Energy weapons, no. None of this seems that great. Aircraft? If this increased how quickly we could produce it, I'd be more tempted. Still, the ability to get some extra ground attack and stuff isn't a half bad idea. We don't care about the Navy. That's definitely not something that matters to me. Economic advisor. Infrastructure, resource gain efficiency, gun runner opinion. Don't think I care about that either. Cultural advisor, research speed. There we go. I mean, the extra stability is nice. It's very nice, but I don't have a lot of ways of getting extra research speed, so I'm going to go for that. It also pairs okay with the fact that we are still building military factories right now. That sort of kind of works. Although I've lost a lot of factories. I am still actively trying to make up for what I lost with the Alamo chapter. Heck, I don't even have a navy anymore. Yeah, alright. Admittedly, these guys are an issue, and I probably should try to reconquer them at some point. Probably. They have a truce with me until 2276 of September. A few months. 400 days is a very long time to try and get a war goal is the problem. So do we have any options to get war goals faster? That would be my question. Let's see. War goal, combat our deficits. We already got this. Justify war goal time minus 20%. That is faster. No. I'm not happy about that. Not happy about that at all. Any new claims? I think we already got all the claim options, so that's a thing. Excuse me. Gosh dang, I think my allergies are starting to really kick up, which was not an issue before. Okay. Announce fiscal reforms. Modifiers improve for the Union, but that doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. I don't know how many more free claims we're going to get. I'm pretty sure we have to justify for everything from here on out. Which isn't great, because it means I'm going to be very slow in continuing to grow. It's going to cost me a lot, or the world tension really needs to go up. And amazingly, the Mojave chapter won their war? Oh, hello. And they have a truce with the NCR. Okay, hang on. So they generated the most world tension in the world because they finished taking over the Mojave territories. I thought it was going to be the other way around because the NCR, I thought, had the Mojave territories like in their faction and was defending them, but apparently not. Okay, Elanius' cohort just grew a little bit more. Goodness gracious. Doctrinal Thoughts is done. That'll be useful in the future. Now, I guess I'll go for the infantry weapons upgrade. We might as well. There's nothing to do over here. Always false. Always false. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and just grab more research speeds. I mean, it's the only option I've really got. We do need to trade for some scrap, and we will. We'll trade with the hand warband for now. That's fine. If I can produce my own in the future, that would be even better, but if not, oh well. Plant cultivation is done. Question, if I conquer the hand warband, can we bypass a lot of the laws? Is a fair question. Maybe a dumb question, but is a fair one. Reinforce rate, diplomacy distance. Yeah. I think we want to go ahead and start getting those healing powders. Let's go ahead and start researching some of those. It's going to take me a little while, and I think I have enough support equipment to go around at least for some people. So we can try at least saving some manpower. We can recruit a spy. We have a heavyweight, a guy who does nothing, and a heavyweight and a linguist. I guess we take you. So you are going to spy on the hand warband, and let's find out if they're doing anything. I don't know. Unity of Austin cannot kick you from the faction because they have the Texan Economic Union modifier. That's interesting. So they literally are going to be on my side forever. Okay. Huh. It's honestly not a bad modifier. I mean, consumer goods plus construction speed and production efficiency, all that's fine. You lose a bit of political power, but at the end of the day, I guess it's fine. Really not that bad. When does the Alamo payments end? That'll end in October. And then we won't get any benefit out of the Alamo chapter, at which point I'm probably going to want to kill them in some way. Probably? Don't forget that the Alamo chapter often gets military access through the Houston rockets, so that could become a problem in the future. We'll just need to be aware of it, I think. Just a little bit aware of it. Not too far ahead of time on tech. We could go ahead on other things. Do I want to? I think I'd rather not. Instead, get things like max speed for my motorized, because a little bit of extra speed's not bad. Oh, we do actually still have a navy. It's just sitting here in the river. Ah, right. Well, that would be a thing. We'll patrol in this river. I guess. Do we have it selected? I think we do. There we go. Yeah, okay. Washington Brotherhood growing a little bit further up here in the far northwest. Had a lot of fun with these guys. And I don't really know what's going on at this point. Somehow we gained a lot of caps despite the fact that I thought we had a massive deficit. Wow, it actually is back up to 13,000. How is that possible? What did we do that suddenly got me a lot more caps? What changed recently? I have no idea. If you guys know, let me know in the comments section down below, because I'm actually slightly confused on that point. Just slightly. Let's go ahead and get a front line set up over there, just in case. You guys also have a front line, just in case. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know who might attack me. It could be anyone. It could be any of you. At any moment, you might betray me. More XP? More XP. I don't see why not. I think XP is good. Are we still subsidizing? It looks like we have subsidized the tube heads as much as we're allowed to. So we cannot reduce their autonomy any more than we already have. Well, I could build things in your territory. And then when I annex you, it ends up being worthwhile. Maybe. I'd be highly tempted to say, let's just go kill the Houston Rockets. That'll only take 220 days, which doesn't feel as bad as trying to reconquer Richmond, which takes a lot longer. So, yeah, you could be fine. You've got a fair number of factories. Not too many troops. Yeah, let's get a claim on Houston, I guess. And it'll take a bit of time, but that's fine. This should be an easy conquest, and that way the Alamo will not be able to use military access against me if they ever do get into a spat. This is just kind of preemptive, based on things we've learned already. Right? I think that's fine. Okay, other diplomacy research. We're currently working on dynamite tech. It's going to take me some time. We need a lot more production. I'm getting a couple more civilian factories together. We're still repairing a few things. Brotherhood Guns is done. Okay, let's go ahead and get the... Evaluate the codex. More research bonuses. I don't know if we need it. We could get a lot of army experience for free. Like, there's so many ways of getting army experience. It's kind of nuts, right? One patrol to another. We should probably do this. I want to know what's going on down here. Let's go for Desperado for law. We'll get some extra resources so we can stop trading quite so much. That'll be helpful. And we'll find out what exactly is going to happen with these patrolmen. And if I can somehow add them to a faction or create a new puppet, I don't know. Something, anything will work just fine. Alright, that's all good. And I had another thought. What was it? I lost it. I had something. What was it? I had it. What was it? What was it? What was it? Brain, why are you doing this to me? I was looking at the National Focus Tree. What was it? I don't know. Alright, well, maybe it'll come to me later. I hate when my brain does that. It's super duper annoying. Alright, we don't want to get ahead of time on any of this tech. We got the dynamite. We could work on the machine guns and stuff, and that does add a reasonable amount of soft attack, which I like, but we should actually be going down doctrines. We can go for extra breakthrough for my armies, which is awesome. Or flexibility of command to just do more raw damage. Non-combat support units organization plus 20 seems really, really, really good. So we're going to do that. That's only going to take 138 days. We should have had a boost, right? So we'll go for integrated support. But don't get me wrong. I love the extra breakthrough. It's just, this seems great if I ever add on support companies. Which I plan on doing anyway. So yeah. Let's see if it actually ends up coming to that amount. Wait. Non-support units. That doesn't necessarily mean companies. Non-combat support units give extra organization. So maybe not, actually. I'm going to do it anyway. Let's just find out if it's any good. But, units are not the same thing as support companies. What would qualify for us as a unit? Like adding some artillery or something into the front line? Maybe. Oh, good, it's the apocalypse people. We already know that if we let them come, we have issues. I'm going to try to keep them out. They are good in the short term. In the long term, they cause problems. We could reduce political power in order to placate them. We could divert their supplies, so I get a boost from medical technology. I don't want to lose base stability. We can steal medical supplies, or we could seize a fort. And a workshop. Yes. Let's seize a workshop from them. Free civilian workshops. I'm hostile to these guys. Yeah, weird new, like, apocalyptic religion or something. Ah. No, I don't know. I don't like these guys. I want them to... I mean, we get some research spread out of the result. It's just we become more pacifistic. Every week we lose war support, which I hate. Like, a lot. Taming the jungle. There we go. And can I stop trading for anything? At the moment, no. We still need to be trading for all of this. Okay. How are we doing on production? Factories. We're still building out another civilian factory. But then we have more. See, I want to start getting things like airplanes. So we can start taking advantage of the extra barrage. Because we researched that tech. I'd like to have a freaking air support, dang it. We could raid their supplies, and I guess I will and steal the medical tech. Sure. Anything else? I don't think so. I'm not going to exploit these guys. I could clamp down on autonomy. Don't think I need to. And we could do political bribes, which is only worth doing if I plan on changing up some economy laws or other such things, which would save me political power. But aside from that, I'm going to go with probably not worth. We got a lot of guns and stuff. It's probably time to go ahead and start training up some more units. Could train up some new motorized. Also could just get you guys up to 10 combat with, and I think I probably will. So let's start with doing that. Then there's companies. Recon would cost me some support equipment, of which we have enough currently. We'll do that to make these guys better. Could add recon to you. We only have a couple of these units, so this wouldn't hurt me. Alright, we'll go ahead and add this. Let's go ahead and let the game kind of recalculate a second. Go ahead and start siphoning off some extra vehicles. Some of the support equipment don't have a whole lot left. That's fine. Then we'll go to the light patrol. These guys are 12 combat with, which is a bit awkward. I could go for the straight up 20, or I could reduce these guys down to 10. We also want to be adding into things like demolitions, but I haven't got any of that equipment yet. So maybe not right now. Salvage motorcycles are done. We do need to be changing up production of those to something a bit more upgraded, a bit more modern. This is a little ahead of time, would give some extra armor at the expense of speed. Don't care about that right now. Could go for recon gliders. Not worried about that. What do we want? We started with just enough stuff that I don't feel like I'm in a desperate position to, like, catch up on any particular tech. Maybe we should just go for better, like, power armor? Or special forces? No, I think I'd rather just go for more power armor. We could go for better capacity. I think I'll do that. That lets me train up some more power armor and start taking advantage of those. Yeah, that's the right play. Any more advisors we really care about? At the moment, no. Decorated hero, this actually is still good. War support and stability is generally still good, right? We are a good long ways, 180 days before I can go for the Houston Rockets. It just takes so stinking long to fabricate claims unless you're playing as one of the big guys like, I don't know, Caesar's Legion. Note, by the way, that Caesar's Legion itself is barely moving. It's Lanius specifically who is spreading on behalf of the Caesar, making the faction stronger, but not necessarily the Caesar himself. That's a weird change. It's interesting. I wonder if instead of the Caesar dying, at some point Lanius gets strong enough he just outright challenges for the leadership of the Legion. Maybe. I don't know. It'd be interesting. Taming the Jungle is done. We no longer get the Alamo payments. Now we can go one patrol to another and approach these guys and see what happens. Don't mind the copious numbers of troops on your borders. I am absolutely no threat to you. Let's talk peacefully. Just understand that I'm a big believer in the Han Solo method of shooting first. So, maybe go with whatever I tell you to do. Just saying. It's a thing. Keep going for more experience. I still think that's worth doing at all times. Healing powders are done. Okay, well, we'll be able to add that if I can get some more support equipment together. We did steal a boost, which is awesome, but I don't need it right now. Could go for the more resource gain efficiency. Instead, I think I'd rather just get a little ahead on vacuum tubes for a smidge more research speed. I mean, a little tiny bit helps. I'm still losing a lot of war support right now. How else can I just get rid of these followers? I could placate them. Could divert their supplies. Let's do that. I'm trying to be hostile. I want you guys out of here. I need war support, okay? War support's important. Very important that I have that handy. For 15 days, I don't want to placate them. That's even worse, dude. Yeah, we can steal their support equipment. That's actually fine. Followers have been rejected. Bye! Okay. So we lose some stability. We lose the research speed we had gained from them. But we do gain weekly war support and stuff now for a bit. So, I mean, that's good. And do I still get to steal your supplies? I think I do, actually. Hilarious. Alright, so we got rid of that nonsense. Say goodbye to some research speed, but at least we're not going to be losing all this war support anymore. That's good. Because, obviously having, like, no war support when you're going on offensive wars, like, it's already going to drop by a huge amount. Losing it entirely is just awful. It's really, really bad to lose all of that war support. Come on, patrolman, what are you going to do? What you going to do? I want to know. What does this actually even say? Patrolmen have been a critical, if unofficial, allies in our fight against the raiders. We can have a more formalized agreement. Alright, let's see what kind of alliance we're going to get. Hey, military factories. Let's start building gliders. And bomb gliders. Just a few, I don't need many. A couple here and there, you know? Approach the patrolmen. The lawmen to our east, calling themselves the patrolmen, have for a long time appeared, at first, as simple law keepers, just like us. But with time and a closer study, we have found there is a profound, deep rot inside their ranks. Fleeing civilians telling tales of looting and appropriation, stories of them demanding unreasonable payments for their protection, it goes on and on. We can't let such freeloaders get away with this. If they won't keep the true rule of law, Texas style, then we will send the term of their surrender, but keep the coach guns handy. Okay, so yeah, the Han Solo shoot first method, perfect. These aren't the Carthaginians. Okay, the Carthaginians have finally seen reason. They're willing to join the Union and abandon their horribly backward ways in exchange for our cooperation. Many officers are almost disappointed at the turn of events. The Carthaginians are dead. That's bugged. I think. Right? Yeah, the patrolmen are still not involved. I need to write the devs and let them know that ain't quite working. Sheriff training, new tech. Could do that. Question, did I gain? I gained the tech for free. Okay, so we don't have to research deputy training, and going for sheriff training guarantees I'm going to get the law keepers even better. My god, the law keepers are going to be amazing units for me, though. Like, legit. Let's go and start training some more. I don't see why not. I don't see how this possibly could work against me. Let's just get some more law keepers going. Uses up a lot of manpower. Meh. It's got to go somewhere. So let's take a look at this. 43 soft attack versus the regular infantry who are weaker. These guys cost less equipment, but more manpower. That's the downside. But they have better stats, so it kind of works out. I don't know. I like them. I think they're pretty solid. They're good units. I'd like to go ahead and start getting the medical equipment on them just to make sure they don't all die. Because they're going to cost me more manpower. Might as well preserve that the best we can. But besides that, I think we're fine. We have enough motorcycles. I could start making more units there too. And that's not bad. We have some demolition equipment. We did steal a bunch. It's just not enough. We also have so much more Spec Ops equipment than I think I need. I don't really plan on building a lot of these. Let's go ahead and reduce that factory. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to cancel this line. 2,000 feels like more than enough. I think what we do is just get some more support equipment going instead. And then with the extra factory, what do we want? Probably should start producing dynamite, just so I have technically a source, right? Though what we may want to do... I can get rid of you now. What we may want to do is also focus a lot more on the gliders, because we're not getting much. I don't know, we'll see. Either way, I think getting extra support equipment is a good idea. Through and through, I think that's a good idea. Alright, so you guys, since we apparently don't get an event with these guys after all, are going to go ahead and set up over here. Up to Houston. I would imagine that owning Houston is very good for the morale of my people, since we are, you know, proper Texas. And we'll go ahead and set you guys up over there. There we go. Okay, everyone relocate. Beyond that, what do we want? I'm thinking maybe attrition reduction, truth be told. Although, division training time genius is fun. Experience gain's fun, but it's not a huge deal. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and grab the division attrition reduction. Attrition can really kill not only your men, but also destroy a lot of very useful equipment. Can really mess your game up, so I don't feel like risking any of that. We're already working on this. Do we want to go for the reinforce rate? I think yes. Reinforce rate is usually good. Just go ahead and have your units actually contributing to each other's fights a lot faster. These guys, we are over halfway done. Is this the French flag? Swiss sauce. Swiss sauce? That ain't Swiss, though. What is this? What? Okay, the people of Houston are very confused. The governing political body is very confused. No one knows what the Rockets are up to, but alright, that's going to be fine. Okay, so we have to end this video along here. But, making a bit of progress. Need to conquer a lot of folks. Sounds like it's going to take a lot of time, but whatever. There's a consolidation, at least, which all of a sudden means that my Lawkeeper light patrols are just a little bit better. Thank you for that. And then from there, we can't become the protector of Texas until we get down this route. So, let's go ahead and get the evaluation of the Codex and start becoming the protector of Texas and see if anything really cool comes out of that. Thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.
All right, let's go ahead and see what